as you are aware, he was adopted in Kenya on the 10th of June 2021. And that was done without a friend's as the council in the matter. So, and the court has done the matter for here. So, by today, he was not in court. Though I insisted to find out from the institution why he was not in court, which I made a report to the court on the face. But we understand the position of the court starts today. So that apparently is the reason why we are not in court. So starting today, so the court said we need to hear from CJ to enable him to proceed during this vacation. So that has been resolved. But we are going to initiate a communication to CJ to ensure that Fiat is bringing to his lordship to continue trial during this vacation. So as we are aware, I've mentioned it upstairs. Nnamdi Kanu, before 2021, we have Nnamdi Kanu 2015, who was abducted by DSS on the 14th of October 2015 in Lagos and brought before Abuja here, brought in Abuja here at the 10th. He was taken to Magistrate Court and which granted him bail, and consequently brought before this court, Honorable Federal Court, which also granted him bail. And those bail orders granted by the court directing for his own conditional release were all fronted by security agents, by the DSS. So until we effectively and successfully challenge the 11-count charge preferred against him at the time by the federal government, and 8 out of them we are struck out, remaining 3. So on the basis of those of the weakness of the strength of the remaining allegations, the court granted him bail on 15th of April 2007 and scheduled for the matter for hearing. I brought the case to October 17th for hearing, 2017 for hearing. So why are waiting for the time for him to be in court on October 17th for the trial to commence? His premises, ancestral home in Omaya, Afari Okumaya, was invaded by the military soldiers on the September 14th, during which blood invasion, over 28 persons were killed in his premises, and he manually escaped by sheer providence. Not unhurt, he was inflicted with injuries. So, and we have applications before this court for the court to intervene and also investigate the circumstance that led to his disappearance, and intervening event that occurred that led to him to the ability to be in court and start his trial. So these applications are pending for the past 2 years before this court. Only for us to have up on 29th of June that was brought to court. So, and we're ready to go on. So, but the fact is that the Nnamdi Kanu we are talking about today is a person that was abducted in Kenya on July 19th, on June 19th, 2021, then tortured, subjected to all forms of inhuman treatment and degradation, inflicted with grievous bodily harms, which is still in his body today. So after spending 8 days, after subjecting to all sorts of torture, then he was handed over to the Nigerian security agents 8 days after. So on the 29th, they brought him to court. So what I'm saying is that we are talking about gross violation of Geneva Convention Protocol, which agreement Nigeria entered into in 2001. This is very fundamental because as far as we are concerned today, Nigerian image in international community has been damaged, has been bastardized by virtue of what has taken place. We don't go to a foreign land and kidnap somebody. If the person has committed an offense to law, you subject him through what they call extradition proceedings. Then the person will pass through the extradition instead of smuggling here through what they call a southern rendition. But that's a very fundamental issue we're discussing before international court and the international community. Today we have various applications and correspondence with the African court, which is being championed by my colleague Zalo Ejimako, and also our foreign partners in UK and the US.
So as I speak, the specific 3 orders issued by Justice Brinker in Napoli.
No, today the instruction order, first of all, that you need an order from the CJ to proceed with trial. Then 2, that the detention authority, in this case the SSS, should give us access to our client. Because I complained about the way and manner we see him. For the past 8 days, we don't see him. And only yesterday, we had all over the social media. That has been taken away from Abuja. I complained to the court that he has been taken away from here. And we can't confirm his present state of health. So the court has to intervene and give directive to the detention authority that we should have access to him on specified dates within a week, which I may not mention to you. So, but that has been agreed, and we're going to see him anymore for now. So, and we have an application to get him transferred to Correctional Center Kuje prison, which was served on the federal government on 17th of July 2021, only for on the 14th of July, yes, 2021, only for us to ambush all this money with the accountability to that application. But we wouldn't want to go into the merit because the court is actually not ready to go on with the proceeding today because of the fact that the commences today. So on the next adjourned date, we are going to have a bite on that. Thank you so much.
When you've adjourned it,
Nnamdi Kanu, you've not seen Nnamdi Kanu. Do you have fears? What are your fears?
No, as I speak to you, we are aware that the international community is following up proceedings before this court. And they are aware that Nnamdi Kanu is in the detention facility of the USS. So if anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu today, the federal government, DSS, and all the authorities concerned should be held responsible by the international community. Because UK, US are in effective communication with our legal team as to what is happening in this case. I can confirm that to you today. As I speak to you now, I don't want to mention the international media organization who are following up this case, who are in this court today to cover what position of the court today. Thank you so much.
Is it true that
Your name?
your lawyers were arrested?
No, lawyer was arrested.
Okay, well, we are,
what happened?
members were also arrested. What's your view on that?
We have a situation whereby lawyers were chastised today, we are brutalized kind of. We were not allowed inside the court because we are suggesting the system we should trim down the number of lawyers. And you know this is an international case. This is a case that arose Igbo's interest and interest of responsible people. So every responsible person wants to know what's happening in this case. So and that has been resolved with the court today.
What of your IPOB members that were arrested this morning? Who came in here? Many of them were arrested.
We are going to confirm that. We are aware many of them. I was just informed in court that many people that came here were arrested. So and I'm urging the authority. I am urging the authority by this medium to release those who were in court to witness proceedings of today. They were not violent. There were many here to witness proceedings of the court. And it's your constitutional right to be in court and witness proceedings of the court. If you are limiting, if you have a restriction to the number of people that will come to the court, we have no problem. But you can't not warrant to arresting them. Innocent and defenseless people.
For civil trial.
It was not because the trial hasn't commenced and there's no order for civil trial yet. There's no order for civil trial, and which we are going to object if there's any order of succession. Thank you so much.
your name, sir?
My name is Ifeanyi Ejiofor. I'm lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, sir. Well, my name is Aloy Ejimako. I'm the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In addition to what my colleague, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, had said, I would briefly give you a rundown of the international dimensions of this matter. You have heard of the phrase, the long phrase, extraordinary rendition. It's not a make-up by lawyers. It's real. It's something that is in the statute books that Nigeria signed on to. And this was not the first time it has happened. It has happened before. Nigeria had attempted in the past to conduct extraordinary rendition of Umar Diko in 1984. The difference between that one and this one is that while that of Kanu succeeded, that of Umar Diko failed woefully. And it led to countervailing consequences. So extraordinary rendition doesn't draw only legal consequences. It draws political and diplomatic consequences. So in that of Umar Diko, it drew all kinds of consequences. Okay, 17 people were arrested. 4 out of those were convicted and sentenced to various terms of imprisonment, ranging from 6 years to 8 years. The other 13 were deported. The CEO of Nigerian Airways was nearly arrested in the UK. He was lucky to have seen a very short fence that he jumped. Okay, and Nigeria was denied a subsequent request to extradite Diko and other people in Nigeria was interested in at the time. So, you know, and then Britain broke off diplomatic relations with Nigeria for 2 years. So I don't know why anybody thinks that the extraordinary rendition of Kanu would not have consequences. Of course it will have. It's an unfolding phenomenon. Unfolding. The political, the diplomatic, and the legal consequences are unfolding, and just as my colleague informed you, the international legal order has been triggered by a process I filed and perfected 4 days ago. So there is a triggering of the international legal order. Jurisdiction of Nigeria over this matter is no longer exclusive. You have multi-jurisdictional people coming in, centers coming into play here. So it's not something that there is a wiggle room for the country. And we have to cross that bridge before we get to the bridge of saying guilty or not guilty. You have to cross the bridge of this very horrendous conduct that Nigeria did towards Nnamdi Kanu.
Sir, about the access of Nnamdi Kanu in court today.
Well, it surprised us. Nobody told us anything. We came here expecting to see him and everything, and the crowd that thronged here also expected to see him. So this is one of those draconian things that people are fighting against. You see, we don't want a nation that is turning to a police state, and this is what is roiling the citizens of Nigeria. And that protest, that dissent, is showing itself in various forms. It's showing itself in revolution now. It's showing itself in the agitation to have a separate state. It's showing itself in resource control. It's showing itself in NSAS. If you are not doing these things, you are not going to be having these negative reactions from your citizens. If you do the right thing, your citizens will be happy and they won't have any reason to dissent. Okay? So that's what's going on. And today, they prove themselves capable of continuing those things by arresting innocent people that came to express solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu.
We're told by some people that Nnamdi Kanu was actually brought to these court premises, but he wasn't presented.
We didn't see him. We didn't see him. So if they brought him, they spirited him away. And what are they hiding? Because he can't take a trial. The issue in court today was that it was a bit of an irregular side, and it was a discretionary matter left to the DSS to decide when his lawyers could see him. But right now it's no longer discretionary. The court order has ensued that we're entitled to see him twice a week. So we.
What time is it?
Well, some afternoons and all that. Okay, all right.
Are you
yes, we're happy, very happy. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Any explanation?
George
Adro happy. George is Abia na ha karịghị along.
Ilelanya na dịka oge aga na Siguli gba na ụbọchị 20 na otu nke ọnwa Ọktoba.
Ọ gwago ha na a ga-akpọrọta ya, and ọ gwago anyị sa anyị ji efe ya ka anyị make sure to assure ourselves na ọ dị mma.
Maka ikpe ụfọdụ na-egbegasị na mba ofesi banyere okwu a. Kedu otu ndị
ga-aga? Obido 4 days ago, emesịa unu ga-afụ the details. Anyị ga-eme press release on that.
Na njikere na oge afụzi ya dịka ekwuo na ọkaikpe nye gị ikike dị n'okwu ya anya.
Anyị ga-afịa this week.
Sir, unabakwa mbọ ka ebupu Nnamdi Kanu from DSS to prison.
Anyị na-agba mbọ nke a.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
dalu.
Tell us what happened.
I am Chief Kode Wachurike. I am the lawyer to Ohanaeze Ndigbo worldwide. We are appointed by the President General of Ohanaeze to come here, and with me is a chieftain of Ohanaeze, former governor of Anambra, Dr. Chukwuemeka is President. So we are very in court today. It's unfortunate not all the pressmen were allowed in. So let me just tell you something. We did not see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We only heard that he was brought back. Nobody has seen him. Ohanaeze said Nnamdi Kanu remains our son. So if he was taken away from Kenya by unlawful means, under the rule of law, he was brought to court. And the reason given by the prosecution is actually questionable. They said it's a problem of logistics. In simple language, the DSS said they didn't have a vehicle to bring him. As far as I understand the word logistics, and it did not make sense. So the court did not handle the matter today because we cannot have a trial in the absence of the suspect. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being treated like a criminal. He's not a criminal, he's only a suspect. And it's only a court that must pronounce that word. Everybody is presumably innocent until found guilty. So today we have come all the way to Abuja to witness what is going on. And the first thing we did was to look out for him. We did not see him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer is also complaining that he has been denied access. For the past 10 days, he has been asking to see his client. And the judge said that is wrong. And he's having a meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, with the prosecutor, who is actually the director of federal prosecution, to work out the days the lawyer will go and see him, to know whether it's alive. We're only hearing stories. So today, Ohanaeze is standing firm. And we have the full squad of Utuakiwu in Abuja in attendance. Because we want to see that justice must not only be done, but must be seen to have been done. In other words, we don't want technicality. What triumphs today is called technicality, not justice. Justice demands that you don't keep somebody behind bars and decide when and where to try him. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the custody of the Director of State Security, and it is not a prison. Normally, when you are sent to prison, it is from prison that you are brought to trial, not in the hands of those who abducted you. In simple language, nothing has changed. So we say, let there be justice in this case. And Ohanaeze will never relent. Yes, the President General of Ohanaeze, Professor Obiano, said we must see it all.
Are you hopeful that this exercise will transfer, will be very transfer? Are you hopeful that this trial will transfer?
Well, you may not know, but this trial is being monitored all over the world. And it is actually the judiciary that is on trial today. The judiciary in Nigeria is on trial. How they handle this case will now determine how the world sees the judiciary of Nigeria. It's an international case, and we'll follow it up to the end. Thank you very much.
Your name again, sir?
I am Chief Godwin Wazurike, a chieftain of Ohanaeze, and the lawyer to Ohanaeze.
Okay, thank you.
I came here hoping to
Where are you?
whatever is happening. But we waited for 3 hours before the judge came. And at no time did we see who was kidnapped from Kenya. I think we are very, very strong. That's a new way. We depend on you, the press, to ensure that justice is done. As my colleague from Ohanaeze said, not just being done, but seem to be done. This one doesn't show any kind of thing. You advertise 26th of July. I woke up abnormally by 5 o'clock to be here. I came here. I walked one long miles to the press. All of us are on trial. Nigeria is on trial. And you, the press, must take the lead with defending Nigeria.
Ohanaeze, the Akwụrụ ebe a taa bịa mara Chileke eme nwaanyị nwoke. Ndị Igbo na-asị na ọ na onye ịhụ mmadụ gị na-akpọ ya onye ara, ọ bụ onye ara, mana igbo ya ụmụnne ya pụta. Anyị nwa ndị Igbo si na anyị ga-afụ ike hụ ka anyị ga-aga ka anyị hụ na nke wee eziokwu pụtara na ya na-eme
ụbọchị ahụ na ha yibere ọ dị ka ya kpọta ya bụ ụbọchị ahụ.
Onye ọkaikpe ya ụjọ ga-enye n'ọdachi ha kpọpụta ya mbọchị ahụ. Ma ha ga-ege ntị mụnwa amaghị.
Ndewo, sir.
Ndewo.
Welcome, sir.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, please, can you tell us what happened?
I was arrested and they just released me.
Sir, why were you arrested?
I was arrested because they obviously don't want me to see Kanu. I have another case upstairs that I'm going to.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Don't show everything as it happen.
terrorists, no evict anything. Just show them as you be. Just show them as you be.
One house, one house.
Can we pass this? Can we pass? Biafrans are here live in solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are various Biafrans who come from different places in solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please tell us your name and where you're coming from.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Eziogene Azino. I'm from Isoko. Isoko is in Biafra land. We are all Biafrans.
Thank you.
We are here for solidarity with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We came to show our solidarity. The Isoko, the Shekiri, the Robos, in fact, the coastal region entirely, we are in support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the freedom of Biafra for referendum. Because enough is enough for the we need our freedom. They have not given us any reason why we should remain in one Nigeria. Everything that we have, there have been no reason to remain as Biafra. The coastal region, the Hiroshima, the Akwa Ibom, the Epic and all that. We want our freedom. Therefore, we come here and stand in solidarity with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Please, what's your name again?
Okay, my name is Eziogene Azino. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Biafrans are here. They are here in solidarity of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans are here in solidarity of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Despite the restrictions by Nigerian government, Biafrans are still here. They are here. They defied the restrictions.
comes the time. The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Chukwuka Biama. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the wind of a tunnel. It will shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be revealing. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the clock strike, black strands crossing grey stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we rise. How the victory will start. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising. I still be shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They would know, they would know, they would know. Keep our light shine, the sun is rising. Wave the flag anywhere.